Former West Virginia and Houston coach Dana Holgorsen is back on the market. Where is he going to go? What Big 12 team is he going to this time? Let's talk about it right after this word from my sponsor. Today's video is sponsored by Magic Sean Auto Spawn Tint in Morgantown, West Virginia. Magic Sean, your vehicle's care is their top priority. They use only the highest quality products to ensure your car not only looks its best, but is also protected and maintained with the utmost care. From window tinting with top-of-the-line Max Pro Tint to protective ceramic coatings from Diamond Protect, they've got you covered. Driving today and experience the difference at Magic Shine Auto Spawn Tint. When your car shines like new. And don't forget to shine on, Morgantown.
This is for Cameron.
Well, here we are again. Former West Virginia and Houston head coach Dana Holgorsen is testing the waters again, and of course, a Big 12 team is in his crosshairs. No surprise. I don't know if, since he came into the league, if he's ever moved outside of the Big 12 as a coach. Oklahoma State, Texas Tech. Am I missing somebody? Obviously, Houston and West Virginia, and now another team's in his crosshairs. I wrote an article about it yesterday. Let's read that really quick, and it'll kind of explain where I'm coming from as a West Virginia fan. Dana Holgorsen to coach against WVU again. As college football continues to navigate the shifting tides of conference realignment, TCU finds itself at a pivotal juncture. Following a lackluster 2023 season that contrasted sharply with their Cinderella run in the college football playoff, the Horned Frogs are reportedly seeking external guidance. Enter Dana Holgorsen, the Hare. The former Houston coach and controversial figure from his tenure at West Virginia, Holgorsen's potential role as a consultant for TCU has stirred interest and concern, particularly in Morgantown. Holgorsen's stint at West Virginia was characterized by offensive fireworks, but also strategic shortcomings. His innovative offensive schemes created memorable moments, but were overshadowed by issues in recruiting and roster management. WVU fans have mixed feelings about Holgorsen. While his high-scoring offense were a highlight, his departure to Houston left a sour taste, as it looked like he left a sitting Power 5 job for a Group 5 job. And it didn't just look like it, he did. The Mountaineers struggled after his exit, grappling with roster issues and inconsistent quarterback play, problems that many attributed to Holgorsen's recruiting strategy, which relied heavily on junior college and regular transfers. As TCU considers bringing Holgorsen on board, the implications for both the Horned Frogs and the Big 12 Conference could be significant. WVU supporters will be watching closely as Holgorsen's impact at TCU may offer insights into the coaching dynamics that have influenced the Mountaineers' recent challenges. The outcome of this potential partnership could shape the offense at TCU and provide valuable lessons for both programs. Stay tuned to WVInsiders.com for more on this and other WVU and Big 12 news. So the first thing I noticed, to be honest, after finding out about this and looking into it a little bit more, is we don't play TCU this year. You know, it's just not something that's crossed my mind. But that saddens me because I feel like TCU and West Virginia have had somewhat of a rivalry here in the last few years. A lot of really good games, man. I mean, just a lot of really good games between the two. West Virginia is 7-5 against TCU overall, but last year's game was it was a really close game, a 24-21 game. A lot of moving parts in that game. Garrett Green had a breakout moment against TCU early in his career. And so I really always liked the games against TCU. I felt like there was pretty equal talent on both sides on a lot of occasions. Now, defensively, TCU had some real studs. A lot of time, West Virginia had better talent on offense. Not always, don't get me wrong, but it was an evenly matched game, which is why the series is so close. One of the wins is from the 80s, so really only a 6-win, only 6 wins in the Big 12 against them to 5. So really close, almost 50-50 on that. And while this isn't about West Virginia and TCU, it did remind me that we aren't playing them. As far as Dana Holgorsen goes, this is wild to me for whatever reason that he just hasn't gone outside the Big 12. I realize that's his comfort zone. What if the Big 12 dissolves? I don't think that's going to happen. I'm just making a joke. But what if the Big 12 dissolves? What's he going to coach at? He's never gone outside the Big 12. His offenses would work outside the Big 12. He's brilliant, not just good. He's elite as an offensive coordinator and play caller. I honestly, if I were TCU and if I were Sonny Dykes, I would just give him the reins. But obviously, they've already got somebody there for that. Controversial in Kendall Briles. And they're similar schemes. Don't get me wrong. The Briles offense is obviously legendary. But we're not talking about Art Briles here. We're talking about Kendall Briles. And, Dana Holgorsen is, in my opinion, a much better coordinator. He's not shown to be a great head coach. He's not the worst head coach. He's 20 games over 500. I think a lot of people get that part of it wrong. He also won an Orange Bowl with West Virginia, albeit with maybe not all his players. He still won the damn game. And there were some pivotal recruits and transfers that earned that in that class that really paved the way for that Orange Bowl win against Clemson, 70-33, mind you. So he's had these incredible highs and incredible lows in his career. Obviously, the Houston Hail Mary from last year was a heartbreaker. I'm not rooting against him, although I do hate how he left our program. And TCU fans or Big 12 fans, if you don't know, Dana Holgorsen obviously left a sitting Power 5 job in West Virginia to go to Houston, which had a ton of potential, and most people thought they would be Power 5 in the next few years, and I'm sure that's what they sold him on before he went there. But still, it was incredibly embarrassing for us at the time. Like, it made us look like we were just the most undesirable place to be, and we're not the most desirable place to be either. But don't get it twisted, man. West Virginia's a great job, and we just feel like the way things played out, we had a sour taste, a lot of us. And another thing is, because he was basically robbing Peter to pay Paul in a sense, because go back and look at it. He never developed a quarterback out of high school, really. It was always transfer quarterbacks, which were successful in a lot of cases. They were usually 1 to 2 year guys, right? Will Greer is a great example. And he inherited Geno Smith. So, and before that was obviously Skylar Howard, who had come from the JUCO ranks. And that was basically the way it went at every single position. So I think, if you give Dana Holgorsen the talent, even if you don't give him all the talent, he's a really good play caller and a really good schemer. I really, truly believe that, and he's shown that. But I just don't think he should be in charge of an entire team. So I think this could be really beneficial for TCU. I really do. I think at the end of the day, he's good at what he's good at, and that's calling plays and kind of doing that kind of thing. Now, I don't think he'll be calling any plays here at TCU, but he'll probably his footprint's going to be all over the game plan, and he's familiar with all the teams in the Big 12, and it just makes sense, right? So it'll be interesting to see how this move plays out. And if Kendall Briles struggles, how long would it take for Holgorsen to be promoted? Probably not wrong if this move happens. I do want to clarify and say that it's not happened yet. But it seems like there is some significant traction there. So I'll be interested to see how this plays out, guys. Let me know down below. How do you feel? Do you feel like Dana Holgorsen should maybe try somewhere outside the Big 12? Drop a comment below and let me know how you feel about it. Like the video, as always, and please subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. Would really greatly appreciate that. We cover the Big 12, West Virginia, and sometimes even national stories. So it's all worth it if you hit that subscribe button, I promise you. Other than that, guys, not a whole lot else to offer on this story. I just think the Holgorsen, to me, I piqued my interest because I feel like we're going to be forever connected to Holgorsen in a way at West Virginia. Houston fans probably feel that same way now too. So we're going to be checking him out to see how he does through the rest of his career. Wish him the best. Hope he has some success there at TCU, especially this year since it's not against West Virginia. But other than that, guys, hope you enjoyed this one. Keep coming back. We'll see you on the next one. This episode is over. I'm out.
This is for Cameron. In TCU.